What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? Girl, I don't know. Hopefully this review can go well because, baby, if it ain't one thing, it is another. All right. Um, my mouth hurt. I don't know what it is. Rox was having mouth issues, teeth issue, baby. She had to get a tooth pulled. And girl, I'm going to have to get some pulled too. Because I have a wisdom tooth that has always been trying to play games with me. Like, I don't know if y'all be feeling that sometimes. If you got wisdom teeth that's underneath that won't come all the way up. But that thing just all of a sudden want to start irritating you. So all of this back here is just irritated. And it's been like that this whole day. And I just realized that's the reason why my freaking face feel like, girl, I said, is my face melting? Why does my face feel like it's drooping down? Am I about to stroke out or nothing? Girl, no, it's just the wisdom tooth that just keep playing freaking games with me. But we gonna get through with it. Either way, you know, I pop some pain pills and I'm good, you know what I'm saying? But what's going on, y'all? So we back again on time for another episode review of Love After Lockup. Girl, this episode was called Red Flags after red flags after red flags. And truth be told, this whole season been nothing but red flags. But you know, the girls don't care. The girls don't care. Let me get my couple out the way that could possibly, you know what? We truthfully and honestly don't need to see no more of Justine and Michael on this season because Love After Lockup is doing well. Y'all done found love after lockup and it's great, okay? We gonna see y'all on life after lockup because that's basically what y'all showing us right about now. You know what I'm saying? And somebody did say, right, they feel like, you know, Michael and Justine on here, and I mentioned this last week, Michael and Justine on here to, you know, promote their little apparel brand. I said, girl, what apparel brand? Girl, no, you weren't too far off, okay? You weren't too far off, whoever said that, because what was being promoted on here? Some sneakers. I said, oh, you got some sneakers? You got a little sneaker line. He said, listen, I was in jail, you know what I'm saying? I always wanted to do some little sneakers or whatever, you know, put my own brand out there. But, you know, I was out here in the streets. And then when I finally get in jail, that just kind of made me just go ahead and focus on it. I said, so it took you to get locked down to want to do some work like that? You want to put your mind to stuff? Except for, you know, outside of being in the drug gang and outside of trying to do music. Because, Michael, let's be honest. I don't know what that was. You know, I kind of took it easy on you because, you know, us, girl, anyway, y'all already realized it. But, girl, let me tell you something, Mr. Michael. I don't think Mr. Montana or whatever your name's supposed to be in the rap world, it ain't gonna happen, okay? I need you to tell Mocha to leave you alone and just be your friend, not to be your, you know, your manager or whatever. I don't know who helping you with them brand shoes. Well, I be buying them. I don't know. I gotta see some. I gotta see some because I'm not the type of person that like those flashy shoes and, you know, all them different colors like that. And then the design don't even look. Girl, it look like some Shaq shoes. I'm not even gonna lie. You know, I just, you know, I'm glad that he out here doing something positive and he ain't out here in the streets so that we know for right now, okay? But it ain't my cup of tea, but you know, I ain't finna yuck nobody else's yum and you doing something to try to make stuff illegal. I mean, let me take that back. You doing stuff trying to, you know, do stuff legally. There it is. Okay. Now, let me tell you something, Mr. Michael. What did you think was going to happen when you was going to be in a house full of kids? Did you really think that they was going? I said, you know what? You ain't been around kids in the past, 6 years or whatever. You helped make the kids, but you ain't helped raise them, okay? You know, you got to get back on your daddy duty, okay? Justine left his ass at home to do daddy daycare, okay? I said, what did you expect to happen, Mr. Michael? The kids is out for whatever reason, and they just running haywire up in the house. Boys will be boys. No, let me take that back. Siblings will be siblings because all siblings fight each other, boy or girl. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So the two youngest ones having pillow fights and the young one come up in there crying to him about the older one hitting on him. And, you know, Michael trying to tell him, you got to stop crying. You got to stop hitting him. And look, girl, I don't know what you doing, but you just watch them. Okay, watch them. He trying to take a business call and it just ain't happening. I said, Michael, you could have went upstairs. You could have went upstairs. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no little at-home office or whatever. You just use the kitchen table. I get it. I get it. You know, call it Justine trying to see where she at. Justine the only one that actually got a 9-to-5 job with some health care and benefits. And you rushing her to get home to take care of her kids. I mean, granted, they her kids, but they your kids. Nah, that's what happened when you get married, okay? And you living in their house, not your house, their house. So technically speaking, who you to tell them? No, let me stop. Because I swear, if my mama would have got married when we was younger, I don't know if I would respect the person. Because truth be told, it ain't even got nothing about you trying to replace the nigga that's supposed to be my daddy, because he wasn't ever a daddy either. But then again, it'll take a minute before I warm up to you and let you do it, say anything to me, okay? So, you know, I get the kids. That little boy, the older boy, oh, he ain't really here for Michael. He here for Michael, but he ain't here for Michael, if you get what I'm saying. He like, I mean, you only here, I'm tolerating you because my mama like you. That's just what I get from, okay? Because he already told us, I ain't calling that man dad. I'm going to call him Michael. He don't care what Michael got to say. Girl, Justine up in the pharmacy. She up in, look like she up in CVS or Walgreens or somewhere, whatever. Now, see, I'm a Walgreens type of girl. You know what I'm saying? I went into CVS one time recently, and that was just to get me something to drink. I ain't realized that y'all was not playing about how long the receipt be. I said, well, why is the receipt this long and I only got a couple of items? What is going on? That's neither here nor there. That's why Ashley will always forever be a Walgreens type of girl, okay? Even though they raggedy sometimes, but hey, they come through, all right? You know? But, you know, she in there, something was going on with her. She said, listen, girl, you know, I'm just picking up some things because, you know, I got a little sore throat and I just been tired, you know, and I'm just trying to understand what is going on. So let me just go ahead and get this medicine, and then if we see a little row with the pregnancy test. And she said, hell, might as well, because, you know, me and Michael, we've been doing it unprotected. I mean, understandable because y'all married, so that's what y'all do or whatever. Honestly, I wouldn't trust it, but hey, I hope y'all got tested. Just to ease your mind, you know what I'm saying? But hey, that's fine, that's fine. And so she get home and Michael up there talking about he want her to quit her job, and basically because that one day that we saw him with them kids, they done wore him out. They done wore him out to the point that he want her to quit her job and he want to be the sole provider. I said, what money is you bringing into the household and how long have you been out of jail? Granted, you did buy a car while you was up in prison. We still don't know where you got that money from, but I'm not finna quit my job off the whim because you got up in, because you don't want to stay at home with them kids, or you want Justine to just be at home at your every beck and call. No, you know, I looked at this video of this lady that was on TikTok, and she had 5 kids. 5 kids, all under the age of 2. 3 or 2. And I feel like the oldest one needed to be potty trained, but wasn't potty trained. And the youngest one, they were twins, okay? And when I tell you, mama woke up around 6 something just to get all them ready and still wasn't even done by 8 something. Listen, she was wore out by 8 o'clock. She was wore out by 8 o'clock. At one point, mama sat down on the couch holding one of the babies and just started crying. Okay? And then I read somewhere that she wants to have more. I said, why? Why? You have meltdowns every day because you got all these kids. It's one thing to want to have a lot of kids, but baby, I'm going to have to wait until, you know, at least one of them kids can help me with one of the kids, okay? Because listen, girl, this is too much. This is too much. And then you want me to quit my job? Michael, what are you doing? Is your shoe business bringing in any income? I mean, I know you said you setting it up and you said it's taking off, but does take off mean that it's actually bringing in income? Or if it doesn't mean that it's garnering interest from other people to help bring in income? It's a difference, baby boy, okay? And then Justine went on ahead, and I'm so glad she wasn't one of the ones that tried to prolong the whole situation about whether or not she could be pregnant or not. She just went on ahead and showed to the pregnancy box. Like, listen, he said, what? That's what's going on? She said, I don't know. I mean, you like to do it all the time or whatever. You've been a lot of vigorous with it or whatever. And he was like, yeah, you know, I had to do my thing. I said, Michael, shut up. Anyway, let me tell you something. Some of these niggas on this show, they real smooth. I am so glad I am gay because I really feel like the bird in me would have just fell for a lot of stuff. And I am so disappointed in myself to say that because I just feel like that's just what it is. Because I'm listening to some of this stuff and I'm like, I probably would have said that to somebody and they would have fell for it for sure. And I know if the roles were reversed, I probably would have fell for it. Wow, Ashley, something is wrong with you. I don't know, girl. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is, okay? And Miss Justine said, you know, if it's a possibility that I might be having a baby, you know, I don't think this is the right time for me to just give up a job that actually got medical benefits. I said thank you because listen, unfortunately, the healthcare situation and medical benefits for the people up in the United States is just a mess. It is just a mess, okay? But anyway, that's with them. Moving on. Oh, excuse me. Girl, my sinus is trying to drain as well. It's snowing outside and the weather keep going up and down, up and down, up and down. It is a mess and it's just messing me all up, girl. So if y'all hear, I'm sorry. I come on here and I tell y'all that every time because I know if somebody new that's watching, it's probably going to be like, oh my God, girl, why are you making, because bitch, I can't breathe. Okay, I'm trying to clear it so I can say I'm clear for y'all. Moving on. Hold on. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm back. I had to, something fell. But anyway, moving on. We get to a couple that we haven't heard from in a minute. And that's Ashley and Travis. And let me just tell y'all this. This is a case of so the other day it was a fire down the street a few blocks away from my house. I was wondering why it was a whole bunch of like in succession, okay, like a whole bunch for like a good 10-15 minutes. It was a whole bunch of firefighters, fire trucks and all that stuff that was going past. One of the high rises got caught on fire on like the 20-something floor. I said, girl, and because it was so windy outside, it was blowing it up. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just, girl, it was just a mess. It was a mess. But anyway, moving on from that, what wound up happening? We ain't heard from Ashley and Travis in a minute, okay? And, you know, I was wondering what was going on with them and why we haven't really heard anything from them, but now we get the little story. Girl, Ashley and Travis, they in La La Land for right now. And, you know, we all been thinking that, you know, Travis probably trying to, you know, play Ashley a little bit. But honestly, I feel like that's how I felt. But I also feel as though he actually really do care for the lady, okay, and want to be with her. Because somebody else, if they was in that type of situation that they're in right about now, if they was really playing the person and was only there for their money and all of that stuff, Travis would have been left, okay? That's what I feel like. Unless he working a long time, but, you know, both of their asses broke right about now. How we know this? So Ashley and Travis was kicking it right at one point. And Travis laying up in the bed, he was like, come on, baby, I'm waiting on you or whatever. She was like, you want me naked and all this stuff? And he was like, yeah, girl, let's go. Let's do what we got to do. I said, so y'all been fucking this whole time that y'all been out. You know, he been out. It's understandable. It's been years, you know what I'm saying? So y'all trying to make up for lost time. Meanwhile, Ashley gets a phone call, right? She gets a phone call a text message from the landlord, okay? And she goes outside and mama went ballistic, okay? She was like, I don't want to film. Don't talk to me. Don't ask me anything. Get that camera off of me. I don't want to say anything. I said, Ashley, girl, what's going on? Travis come out there trying to see what's happening or whatever. The producers and the cameramans, everybody breaking the fourth wall and trying to see what's going on. No, I don't want to do this, okay? I don't want to do this. I said, Ashley, bitch, What's going on? Let us know. You're on the show. Share it all. She was like, girl, the landlord found out that Travis was staying there, and he said that, listen, because you got a felon up in there, you got 2 weeks to vacate. I said, damn. I said, now is that a penalty that was up? Now let me ask this question. Ashley said the landlord will pop up here and there and come over, he would see that Travis' picture was on, her refrigerator and all that stuff around the house. And his prison blues and his prison denims and his prison blues. Okay, that's fine. And never said anything about Travis not coming there. But at the same time, I can look at it both. I'm looking at all these different ways. Now, you knew about this situation, and then you wait until he gets into the house to want to say, oh, girl, you got to go because I don't want no felons on my properties, okay? You got 2 weeks, okay? 15 days, that's the minimum that you're supposed to give them legally, And I said, oh, that's kind of messed up. That's kind of foul. But also I want to know, was it already in the lease that she signed that said in the rental agreement that you cannot have anybody that was a felon living up in this apartment or I should say on this property or whatever? Because if that wasn't specified in the rentals agreement or any other agreement that they made, couldn't she like sue for them putting her out so quickly like that? Because that was kind of messed up. Sometimes people like to cut corners, and I'm talking about the tenants or whatever, and probably thought that, she can get away with it if it was in there. But I feel like if it wasn't in there, my landlords and my people that be doing this stuff, y'all let me know. Do she got a case if she was smart enough to think about that? Because I think that's really messed up. Put that lady out, and they ain't had nowhere to go. Come to find out, Ashley, you up here trying to talk about you and Travis got that man hopes up that y'all finna take over the jury world. He about to take all the jury or whatever. Girl, Ashley broke his hell. Ashley broke his hell. See, that is what we be talking about. You cannot take certain people and certain things at face value. Do not be up here thinking that, oh, I want to be like this person, I want to be like that person, because they can be, all this rich or whatever with the imagery that they put out, but they can be cash poor and everything. And you just like, girl, you in the same boat as me. Okay, yeah, well, I probably got a little bit more change than her at this point, because I probably would have been able to find something. I'm just saying. And some of y'all probably would too. I mean, at this point, Ashley, let me tell you something. This is where you messed up. Ashley said the jewelry business or her business, because she a purveyor of jewels and stuff like that. So she's like a buyer, and then she take it to other places and curate the jewels and all that stuff. Okay, fine. So her thing is she'll go buy some jewels for this amount of money and then go sell it over here, whatever, and she make the commission off of it. Okay, fine. She said, girl, she used to be like, the last buy that she had was like $70,000. And she said what wound up happening is that's like probably the biggest amount that she's made in 2 years, the last 2 years. So basically, her business is failing. Nobody was buying jewelry like that during the pandemic. That's what it was, okay? And my whole thing is this. Ashley, I cannot feel sorry for you. I can't feel sorry for you. You want to know why? Because while you sitting up here worrying about prison ping, okay, you should have been worried about your business and your finances. That's what you should have been worried about. That prison ping, if it was supposed to be for you, it'll be for you and it'll be there for you. But at the same time, you should have been worrying about your finances and your business. If you saw that the business was not doing well and you saw that you really wasn't making no money in the past 2 years like you used to, I don't know how you were surviving. And she even said herself she was living above her means. She went and got this house with this pool in it because she wanted to fit in with the Joneses, okay? Leasing out the good car or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And now you in the hole, all right? You got to always have a little thing on the side just for a rainy day. And you obviously ain't got no savings. She had to sell a lot of the stuff in her home, okay? Plus clothes and purses and stuff. She said that's $40,000 worth of things that she had to sell, and she only got $3,500 for it. I said, girl, you're shitting me, okay? And then they up in the they down there back in Virginia, or I should say up there in Virginia, you know, where they came from. So he had to transfer his parole back up there, because I'm pretty sure they probably finna find a place out there, or, you know, he finna stay with his mama. I don't know. And I'm just sitting here like, Ashley, at the end of the day, you knew your business was failing. You should have got out when you got out, when you could have, and you should have been looking for something else. You should have been looking for something else to sustain you. There's no reason why you shouldn't be in this. You should be this messed up. Granted, it's on the pandemic came and it took everybody by surprise or whatever. But at the same time, you know, in that eviction, it took you by surprise at the same time. But the way that you scrounging and scrambling for money, and the way that you, and the only reason why I'm saying this like this, because I know it's other people that's been in situations like this, and, you know, they can't afford it right away. That's understandable. But she got on this goddamn TV screen acting like she had it all. And that's why I'm saying it like that, okay? Instead of just being truthful. And you brought somebody else that ain't got nothing into your whole situation, and they're gonna tell him, you need to go get a job, you need to be the man. I said, he just got out of jail. He just got out of jail. I mean, that ain't no excuse, but it is kind of excuse, because, you know, even in 2023, 22, when this was made, people don't really like to hire ex-felons that much still. I mean, they a little bit more welcoming now, but that still is a thing. It's not like you could just go ahead and apply for something unless he in a program or whatever. I don't know how that goes. But the way she said that was like, he could just go down the street and pick up a job right here, right now. What? What you want him to go back to jail for getting paid under the table? Like, girl, you up here want to go swimming in the hotel. He talk about something. He finna go see his mama. The mama on the phone, and she being all nice. Girl, I can't wait till I see the mama next week. The mama did a 180. Oh, is Ashley okay? How is she feeling? And then when she was like, I'm gonna always be right here, I said, oops. Oops. All right. I said, Ashley, if you don't get your ass up and go try to find a job, okay? Like, I mean, because if he goes, who gonna take care of you? And that's the thing that be making me mad sometimes, when these people on here, they be getting with these felons, and they be like expecting them to have jobs and to be the provider and do all this stuff. How? Unless they was already doing some illegal stuff and they got stuff saved up, how are they gonna take care of you right away? Girl, that stuff was making me mad. Anyway, moving on from that. Girl, Nathan and Skyler. I'm not going to spend too much on them, because at this point, they're about to explode. They're about to explode, and they don't need to be together at all. Y'all having all these issues already. After last week, you know, he done already discussed me, made me mad when we all figured out that he was saying the N-word. Girl, Skyler, get away from him. Skyler, get away from him. You know what I'm saying? Nathan is a ticking time bomb, and I keep saying that, okay? You know, if you can get pissed off that much, that fast. Now, granted, we all agree. Skyler should never answer that phone. That's one. But even if she answered the phone, that was not a reason for you to blow up the way that you blew up. Yes, be annoyed, but at the same time, you could have said, can you hang that up a little bit? And even if you feel like you was finna blow off some steam, you could have got up, excused yourself, went to the bathroom, doused yourself with some water, drank some water, and came back. And then calmed it down. Okay, that's what you could have did. But yeah, Skyler was being disrespectful by answering the phone. But at the same time, again, if your anger, it makes you get that pissed off over something like that didn't have to blow up, I said, excuse me. You know, and then she said, girl, he acted like ain't nothing happened. The next day just went on here to work. See, I don't like stuff like that. Do not act like nothing happened with me the next day after you done blew up at me and we ain't talk about it. See, we gonna have to talk about this, because now you gonna have my nerves bad for the rest of the day. And I'm trying to figure out what the hell it is I'm finna walk in on. Okay, you finna cuss me out, or I'm finna cuss you out? Which one? Or we gonna be good? I don't wanna have to figure that out like that. We ain't got time for that. But she go over there to her mama house. And they had a little conversation. And mama don't trust him. Mama don't trust him. Mama don't know much about him. And the fact that he is an addict as well, like, you know, they both come from prison. And it's like just something about him is not right. Okay. And the mama just feels like they're triggers to both of each other. And that's exactly what it is. She feels that he might start back doing drugs. And I feel as though, you know, this situation is going to make Skyler back doing drugs. And we see next week on the preview that the producers and people was worried that she had made a slip. You know what I'm saying? It's given very much like Christiana and John. In the sense that, you know, we thought Christiana was going to be doing good. And then she left for a minute. She slipped up. And she went back to jail. That whole situation was messed up. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's given. But with the more possessive and, you know, just, he's childish. Nathan is so childish. Nathan is so immature. Nathan is so insecure with himself. And I don't know exactly what happened in his past to make him that way. But the way that he's reacting to Skyler, I don't know if he feels like, you know, he has to do so much because Skyler is this type of person that is not normally who he would date or who would date him, because according to her, you know, she's from middle class and she got money, or I should say upper middle class, and, you know, she comes from money and stuff like that, and he don't. And so he's trying to project that insecurity or whatever is bringing it out. You know, I got to do so much so that she can, you know, find me, still want to be with me, and I got to put up airs about this or whatever, and I got to make sure she don't want to be with nobody else, and it's just me, and it's truly me that she want to be with. I don't know what it is. Also, I just feel like, you know, he just a little crazy. That's y'all that it is, okay? Some of these people, and I ain't gonna say men or women, I'm gonna say people, because both can be both, are just out there rockers, you know, when it comes to the people that they're with. And it's just, it's scary. That stuff is scary. And then the way that they had that little conversation after he was at work, you know, with his uncle who just got out of jail too. I said, damn, so the whole family just full of felons? Like, what's going on? You know, Skyler, you are listening to what this man is saying, and prior to that, you trying to figure out if you really want to be with him, like you love him. And that's the thing. You can love somebody, but that don't mean that you're supposed to be with them. Okay? You love him, you love him, you love him, but you don't know if you really want to spend the rest of your life with him with the way that he's acting. You know what I'm saying? If this set him off, what if it was something even smaller than that can set him off? And he basically trying to say, well, I need you to be there to do this and to make me feel this way. I ain't got to make you feel nothing. You a grown man. You an adult. You should be able to control yourself. Okay? You shouldn't need another person to make you or let you or allow you to do anything. You should be able to control yourself. I said, Nathan, get up out of here. And I said, Skyler, get away from him, okay? You don't want to go back to jail. You don't want to slip up. I need you to just go. Meanwhile, moving on from that, Gabby and Chris. So this whole time we've been seeing, you know, why is they on here? After all the stuff that we done heard, why they on here? We TV said, listen, girl, we finna cut it short. I said, thank you. Thank you. And I'm pretty sure they saw what was going on. I'm pretty sure they heard the complaints about it. And this project was already in the works or whatever, because that's what it seemed like. But then again, it kind of looked like it was edited in. But either way, they addressed it for the most part. And I mean, it's the least that they can do, because when the episode started off, before it even came on, it was a warning talking about, you know, they're going to talk about domestic issues, domestic violence and stuff like that. And I said, oh, somebody finna get their butt whooped on here. What is going on? What has this show turned into? The Wild Wild West? I don't get it. But of course, it was about Gabby's situation. So, and this is the only part that was funny. This was the only part that was funny. You know, sometimes when we get older, we want to be so grown and do our own thing or whatever. We be tired of our parents telling us what to do when we was younger or whatever. And they be like, just wait till you get older and you realize things for yourself and all this stuff and woo, woo, woo. Okay, you know, we get grown. We think we can do this and we think we can do that. And mama and daddy or whoever the hell it is that's in your life just be talking mess. They don't know what they talking about. Maybe y'all went through all of this already. So how you gonna tell me when y'all did this or blah, blah, blah? Baby, sometimes it's just simpler to just listen to your parents. Because most of the time, they know exactly what they're talking about. Gabriella, you should have listened to your mama, okay? Because your mama didn't have a good feeling about this boy the whole time. None of us did, all right? And truth be told, I actually like the family. I like the family. I don't like the couple. That's what it is. Because Chris' mama couldn't stand Gabriella because of the way that she was acting. Gabby was acting all uppity with that money. She done took that man. Hey, do you see what happened? Let me tell you something. Chris was dumb, okay? Chris was really dumb. I'm not giving some broad let me take that back. I'm not giving anybody that I just started talking to in prison or in any type of situation a settlement check, okay? I'm not giving you nothing. You know what I'm saying? And if I do give you something, I'm not giving you more than I'm giving my family. That's one. She took his money that he gave her and squandered it, okay? Squandered it, left him penniless, didn't even save anything for him for the outside world. I said, wow, okay? That was one right there. Now, see, I would have been pissed off as a family member. I would have been pissed off at that situation too, okay? So I really honestly was not mad at his mama and sisters or whatever, all of them having doubts and feeling their ways about Gabby because she was putting off them airs, right? And I am not mad at Gabby's mama for feeling the way that she was feeling about Chris, because she said, he is no good. I don't understand why you are with him. I don't trust it. I don't like him. I don't need to see him, okay? And when she found out that they was married, she said, don't bring that. Well, she ain't say don't bring that in word. She said don't bring him around here. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, Gabby did the complete opposite. Went on ahead, got married, and gonna do what? Pop up at her house, the mama house. Now, see, if I was listening to this and literally just listening to this and had no idea, you know, how Gabby mama looked and what her nationality is, which I really don't know at this point, I would have thought, because that's that New York type of stuff, girl, if you don't look at who actually talking, you don't know if they Hispanic, you don't know if they Latina, you don't know if they black, you don't know what they is, okay? Girl, you don't know if they white or whatever, because they all sound the same, certain people, certain times, okay? Because at one point, I was listening to Gabby mama, I said, girl, you grew up around who? You sound like one of us. I said, all right, you know, listen, Gabby mama is all right with me for now until I find out if you did some problematic things. Girl, don't let me be up here be embarrassed and have to take my words back, because y'all gonna put up in the comments and say, Gabby mama just be doing this, and I'm be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? But for right now, you are right with me, because mama did not hold her tongue. Mama did not fake the funk. When Gabby came up in there, she was like, what you want? And then she was like, I want to show you somebody got a surprise visit for you. And then Chris was just standing there. She said, why he here? I just came over here to see what's up. You know, this was the welcome that I was looking for. And she was like, what was you looking for? Because I don't understand why you're here. I don't like you. I don't understand why you're here in my house. I said, damn. Now, somebody may say, oh, the mama was doing too much. The mama didn't do enough, okay? Mama didn't do enough for me. If you ask me, mama could have went a little bit further, okay? So you doing all of this? When I seen him take that mango off the table, that piece of mango, and eat it, and then gonna say, you know, I just thought you probably would, like, you know, cook or whatever. She said, oh, cook? You just ate a piece of mango. Like, come on. Mind you, you didn't ask. You didn't ask. You just came into her house and ate the food. Like, you know, I said, oh, that would have ticked me off. That would have ticked me off. Excuse me, how did you not know that I wanted that mango? How you know if I had another piece? And you just gonna eat it? In my face without asking. Get the hell up out my shit. Get out. Gabby, get this motherfucker out, okay? That's basically what she was saying. And when she said, so what's your problem? He said, so what's your problem? It was like, So, you still talking to girls? You still talking to women out here? And he was like, no, I was talking to people, it was people that was calling my phone, just saying thank you. I was just saying thank you to them, whatever. So you thanking women for what? What you thanking women for? For, saying that congratulations for me being out of jail and all this stuff and woo, woo, woo. And then she was like, oh, I don't believe you. Gabby, you dumb as hell if you believe that. Two dumb clowns. Baby, when I tell you she was reading both of them, and I was sitting in here laughing my ass off because mama just did not care. Mama said, y'all can get out and I'm finna go to bed. I said, oof, truth be told, mama, I would have made sure they came out the house first and didn't take anything because you go over your parents' house to shop. I'm just saying, okay? Because that's literally what I did when I went home, when I went to my mama's house. You go over there to shop. I would have been like, no, put it all down, get out the house, and I would lock the door, and I would have made sure they drove off, and then I would have went to bed, okay? Then it comes back, and we see Gabby walking in the park or whatever, looking all slumber and everything, looking like a generic Kalani, you know what I'm saying? Want to be... Kalani got the lesbian girls up in a chokehold. I don't understand it, but she cute or whatever. But you know what I'm saying. I mean, if she threw it if they threw it my way, I take it. You know what I'm saying. But I go at it. You know what I'm saying, consensually. But I don't understand the whole. But she's fun. They're fun. That's what I'm gonna say. But yeah, she was walking through the park. And it said 2 months after he got out the halfway house. I said, so all of this mess went down in the past 2 months. Y'all got married. And mind you, last week she was talking to that lawyer. And then she did ask about divorce. Do he do divorce or whatever, or have a divorce lawyer? And so at this point, she said basically, Chris has broken up. He's in jail. And what wound up happening is they got into an argument. And I don't even remember what it was over. Oh, she found out, saw him texting other women. She went to his phone, saw him texting other women or whatever still again. And then they get into an argument over that. Next thing you know, she was like, get out my house. He was like, this is my apartment, this is my stuff. You know what I'm saying? And he started beating on her for the next 2 hours. And this is where stuff gets serious for me. Because I am fortunate enough to never have had to go through a situation of domestic violence personally where it was done to me or I did it to somebody else. And I pray to God that that never happens on either court. Because I do know that I can get pissed off, but when I get pissed off, I ain't never get pissed off with anybody that I've ever been with to the point that I want to raise my hand to them. I have always been that type of person that I'm going to walk away. I'm going to walk away and I'm going to let you have it. You know what I'm saying? That's just always been me. I grew up in a household where I did see my mom get abused. You know what I'm saying? So, sometimes when you grow up in households like that, either you become the abuser as well because you take on that trait because that's what you saw and you think that's normal, or you be like, I would never ever do that to another person and I would never stand for a person to do that to another person. You know what I'm saying? You could go either way. Thankfully, I went the good way, and I don't know what it is about people that really feel as though it is okay to put hands on another person, the person that you are in a relationship, and you say that that's love. That is not love. You don't beat on people that you love, whether you're a woman or a man in that situation. Women, don't put your hands on your man. Man, don't put your hands on your women. Man and man, y'all in a relationship, stop beating up on each other. Because what y'all don't realize in the LGBT community, domestic abuse is very high. And I feel like it's very high because you feel like, oh, we can get away with it because we two people of the same sex and it's not people going to say nothing or whatever. That's what I feel that it is. But you in a relationship and you love somebody, there is no reason that you should be putting your hands on each other like that. At all. To be getting beat for 2 hours to the point where she called the cops and she had the phone in her pocket because she couldn't say nothing and she just let them listen and triangulate and find where her location was to get his ass. I don't ever want to hear that any of y'all had to be up in a situation like that. And if y'all ever had to be in a situation like that, I hope that y'all got out safely. I really do. You know, that stuff scares me. That stuff hurts me. And that disgusts me. You know what I'm saying? And you want to know what makes it even more pissed off? It ain't got nothing to do with this, but I don't know if y'all been listening or been seeing the Tyree Nichols situation with the Memphis cop. Literally right before this show came on, they released the footage. They beat the shit out that man. So imagine that being done and then having stuff like that being done in your own household for 2 hours. I don't know the correlation, but I just saw somebody get beat, and then to hear about you in your home, and I think it was recorded too. Like, you can go watch this happen. I don't like that. I don't like that. That's why I wasn't here for them being on the camera. I mean, on TV. You know, and now you're trying to put up a whole thing about, you know, ignoring red flags and all this stuff or whatever. Girl, it's too late now. But, you know, hopefully you learned your lesson. Don't play with these motherfuckers, okay? Don't do it. You know, if something don't look right, keep on going, okay? Anyway, that was them. He in jail. Moving on from that, Monique and Derek. Where's my water? Y'all, I haven't had a drink since my birthday. And I'm going to tell y'all, because people be asking, what's in your cup? What's in your cup? Don't nothing be up in this cup but water. And you want to know why? Because I got so up on my birthday. I don't even know how I woke up that day. I really don't the next day. And I just said, I'm one of those ones when I say I'm not finna do it, I'm not finna do it for a while. So I don't know when the next time I have a drop of alcohol. I just ain't got the taste for it right now. But listen, Monique and Derek, they can have their own show at this point, because we can just go off. I can do a whole 30+ minute video on them alone and their foolishness. Monique and Derek and Aries and Cameron, I could do a whole freaking 30+ video on their mess. You know, now let me tell you something, Mr. Derek. You know your girl is batshit crazy too. I don't care what nobody say. And we all agree, Monique is controlling as hell. And that is not cute. That is not appealing. That is just, alright? That is a turn off. Again, we keep saying this. You have to put a tracker on somebody's phone. You don't need to be with them. Alright? If I have to sneak out to go do some stuff just because you want to be all up under me, let's just calm down for a second. Because you can be up under me. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. I like that stuff. You know, cling to me a little bit. Show me that you like me. Show me that you want me. That's one thing. But when you want to be all up on me, I can't go take a shit. Because you trying to see what I'm doing and you want me to leave my phone when I go into the bathroom. What am I supposed to read when I go into the bathroom? Okay? I'm going to be in there for a second. So I'm finna be bored on the toilet. I'm finna be bored on the toilet. No, I need to preoccupy my mind as I concentrate on what I'm doing in the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? And you want my phone? Monique is that type of person. Derek couldn't even go out and be from underneath him, underneath her, I should say, and just do some stuff by himself without her wondering what he's doing and all this stuff. And then gonna call her sister. Hey girl, like, I was so scared. Like, you know, we was out and then it's this car that was following us, and I'm pretty sure it was it was Derek's sisters and them or whatever. But this is why, like, I'm scared. I don't even want to be up in here. I don't want him to be here or whatever, because I'm scared to leave him. Girl, shut up. Because at this point in time, I feel like all of y'all know what's going on. And I was like, this just really can't be real. And if it is, I am just like blown away for a little bit. Like, who comes up with this mess? Derek said he knew who it was. He said as soon as he saw that it was a woman up in the car, and then he thought that it was a woman or somebody that got out the car, and he saw the make and model of the car, he said he knew it wasn't his sisters. He knew who it was, but he wasn't going to tell Monique yet, because Monique, you know, she going to get pissed off with all that stuff. You want to know why? Because the person that it was is somebody that he was talking to while he was up in jail. 9 out of 10, the same time he was talking to Monique. Okay, because that's why you want to keep it under wraps. And also because she was what? A CO from another part of the prison, or from a different prison. Why y'all COs be up here messing around with the prisoners, okay? Baby, have y'all not seen all of the examples of people that mess around with people who are they supposed to be policing and stuff like that, and then you're losing your jobs and getting blackballed and all that stuff? Is that what you really want? You really want to do that for somebody that ain't got nothing? Okay, like come on, you know. And so he calls her, and I'm sitting here like, girl, who is this? I said that if she sound like that, what the she look like? I said, I don't know what I was expecting. Girl, I probably was expecting somebody like, hello, Derek, like, I don't understand, like, you know, the reason why I'm doing all of this is because you playing me. And yeah, it was me that was up in that car. And I did try to get out, but you know, oh girl, I saw the girl that you was up in the car with. I saw the girl that you was up in the car with. Uh-huh. But see what you're not gonna do, Derek? You're not gonna play me like that. That's what you're not gonna do. You know what? We're gonna pull up and we're gonna talk later and I'm gonna see you in person. That's what's gonna happen. That ain't how she sound. She sounded, so what's good? You know, just a little bit deeper, just a little bit more ghettofied, okay? And or I should say hoodified, you know. And I was just like, Derek, what type of, you know, I just don't want to say that because we can say that, you know, Monique ain't his type, but he making it work with her for whatever reason. Maybe he really do like her. I don't know at this point, but I was not expecting that. The girl got on the phone, sound like she just woke up and she needed to smoke a Black and Mild and drink Hennessy. You know, it smelled, the way she sounded was as if her breath stank. I don't know why. It just gave me that flavor because I said, and he kept on saying, you know, she from the hood, she from the hood. And I'm like, okay, but you playing these girls. Why are you doing that? And so at this point in time, I'm not mad at Miss CO for doing what she doing. But baby, what we not going to do is jeopardize our situation for a no good nigga. Okay, that's what we not going to do. You know what I'm saying? Be mad or whatever. But, you know, get that off your chesticles. But at the end of the day, let that go. Let that go because you don't want to be involved in the mess that he got going on right about now. And then Monique still texting him, calling him. And her ass, I texted him to see what's going on. He read the text, but he ain't sent nothing back. Girl, don't sit there and look at my text message and see if I read it. You know, even though I got my read receipts on and all that stuff, but I send a text and that's it. If I get one back, I get one back. I ain't finna sit here and watch and see the bubbles pop up and then go away just to get mad because you ain't respond back. No, I'm not that type of crazy, okay? I mean, it ain't really crazy, but girl, in Monique's case, it's what? Then he go to the jewelry store, talking about something he finna get an engagement ring, basically for Monique, and this is so that I guess to show that he really want her. Stop. Oh, excuse me, stop it. I said with what money? And I said with that little $9,000 check, they gonna tell the jeweler, I want you to get something. You see these diamonds talking about that watch. Is that the only thing that he got? And we need to have the jeweler test to see if them diamonds is real. Because you keep flashing them. You keep flashing it like it's the only true possession that you really got. You know, you claim that it was $30,000. I don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, she calls, he finally answers or whatever. Like, he is getting irritated with her. And she just don't understand that. Like, girl, let him breathe, okay? And then his brothers come in. Two of his brothers come in. One, Darren, wasn't there when he came out because he was up in jail. And he was like, you know, he got locked up the day. He was with his brother when he got locked up. You know what I'm saying? When the cops came and got him and all that stuff. Okay, fine. And so they realized what he was doing and they was like, bruh, why you doing this? This is like some Kim Kardashian getting married in 72-hour type of situation. Derek is like, I mean, I'm just getting a ring. I ain't saying I'm finna get married right now. And I get it, but at the same time, I get what the brothers are saying. Like, you doing too much. Like, this is your first time meeting a girl. And he keep on saying, I mean, yeah, but we've been down. She been holding me down for the past 2 years. I get that. I get that, but y'all rushing out of prison to just go ahead and get married for what? Y'all don't know each other. Y'all know each other behind bars. You don't know each other in the real world. You ain't spending all that much time with each other to get to know each other like that, how you do outside the bars and everything. That's where I feel like his brothers and stuff was getting at. And also probably one of those situations where, you know, I don't want you getting married, period, right about now. Be player, player. That's what you need to do. But at the same time, it ain't your brother's, the brother's person. I don't agree with it. I said, bro, let me just tell you this. It ain't up to you. It don't matter if you agree with it or not. He gonna do what he want to do. Okay? And I'm just sitting here like, girl, they still together. And we still together. Y'all remember that off of Living Single? Not Living Single, but in Living Colors. David Allen Greer and Kim Wayne. And we still together. After they tried to F each other up, they still love each other. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to put up with Monique. I'm just sorry. I would not be able to put up with Monique. As her personality and the insecurity is like, bitch, I'm insecure about certain things, but baby, it's just too much. It's just too much. I don't put it on display like that. And you put it on display, and that is not appealing. Moving on from that, Aries and Cameron, she let her daughter meet that man. The daughter didn't know how she was going to feel. And she going to say, why you feel that way? And it was like, y'all talked and all that stuff. Yeah, because we talked on the phone, but we ain't seen each other in person. You know, he took her bowling and it was cute or whatever. But at the same time, I was nervous. I feel like I was more nervous than Aries was. And I would say her little daughter, Lena, that she is very mature for her age. Very mature for her age. Very manner. I tell you that she raised her right. You know, she got good manners and all of that stuff. I love looking at kids that, you know how to speak when adults come in and know how to be respectful and got good manners, because there's some of these fuckers that's out here that be just too much. Y'all saw the video of the teacher and the student that got into it, and the teacher wound up breaking her leg because the girl jumped her. Yeah. See, I don't play stuff like that. I don't play stuff like that, you know. And so, they went bowling. You know, he had a little conversation with her. I'm not trying to take the place of your dad. Basically, girl, when Aries told us that when she got with Lena daddy, come to find out, Lena daddy had got her pregnant and 2 other women pregnant at the same time, and then got his ass deported. Girl, I said, what? What? What a way to escape trying to take responsibility for the kids that you made, you know. And she really going through with this wedding, right? And I'm just sitting here like, are you serious? Like, I don't like it when I hear them talking about how they have so much doubt. They have so much doubt. They're not sure. And then you keep on saying, you know, and I don't have nobody out here but my daughter and my friend or whatever. And I'm like, that's your fault. That is your fault, because you could have said no, okay? Cameron getting ready, and, you know, he looked decent enough. He looked like he was finna go to prom, okay? And she looked like she was finna go to prom, too. It ain't look like no wedding, but whatever. They got married in the park before it closed. All his people, I wasn't expecting all them people to be there, but it was enough people there, enough witnesses. And nobody did anything negative, okay? People followed the right people, the auntie, the sisters. They followed the dress code. You had a couple of the friends that just came there dressed as they always do, you know, with some jeans and shirts or whatever. But the family, they was dressed down. They dressed cute. I will say, it was a little ghetto, you know, it was a little hood. But it was cute at the same time. As much mess as I talked about them being together and having this wedding, I say it was a little ghetto because how the friends was dressed, how they was just standing there looking dumb, you know, and then one half of the wedding party is dressed, one half of the wedding party ain't. You did it in the park, and it's so unorganized, but it was kind of organized, and it came together real nicely. That's what I'm saying. It was cute, though. I said, what? Cameron surprised me with his vows. I said, you know what? For a second, Aries, I kind of saw what you kind of saw in him, or I see what you see in him a little bit, just a little bit. You know, when that sisters brought out that cardboard box cutter of the daddy, I said, who the hell is this? And they was like, that's the daddy. And I said, what? And he said the daddy died. I said, oh, that was cute. Because at first I was about to say, you want him there in spirit because he said he wasn't coming, but the daddy passed away. And, you know, he said he passed away. And that's the one thing. I would never want somebody to have to deal with somebody passing away while they in jail. That'll have to be so mentally fucked up, okay? I would be so messed up. And that's what happened to him. And he said, you know what, he don't even think he properly grieved that yet. They didn't even let him out to go to the funeral. And I said, that's kind of messed up, but hey, that's what happens. But he gave some nice vows. I was shocked a little bit. They was caring, but they was cute a little. You know, Aries, you know, roll hers down, and it was nice. I can't even say nothing bad about it. These fools got married. She talked about so she want him out of here because it ain't nothing good up here. I said, girl, you finna take him down to Florida. To Florida. Baby, ain't nothing good down there either. And this ain't no shade, but he can get in just as much trouble as he'd get up here, down there too. Okay? But hey, that was Love After Lockup. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about it. And I will see y'all later. Y'all heard that note that came out of nowhere? It just happens sometimes these days. I don't know. But I'll see y'all later.